millions of foreigners in Singapore. Well, I think they're just here to make a living, so I don't really mind about that actually.
I think that foreigners in Singapore is taking our job away, in a sense that whatever job opportunity we have in here, we are sharing the job opportunities with them and us. But the good thing is it's boosting the Singapore economic growth.
Yes, it's good and bad. Some benefit the country, some are just wasting space. I would say. Yeah.
How to say? Singapore is like congested with foreigners. Like everywhere you go, you see foreigners. I don't know. I just don't like the feeling.
I think Singapore definitely needs foreigners in our country, but we need to strike a balance. When they come to our country, they need to respect our own laws also. So yeah, actually foreigners are pretty much okay. Yeah, just not too many.
Now that we've heard the voices of Singapore, how about the voices that are left unheard?
I've been working in Singapore semi-permanently since 2004 and permanently since 2009. So it was kind of coming back for me. So I was here as a child. I went to school here and my father was posted here. And then coming back, it was my job that brought me initially to the region, and then I kind of settled down more. I worked for business school in SEAD here, mainly working with corporate clients all across Asia for kind of training their managers and executives.
I'm Ernesto Barrio Segundo Jr. I'm already 61 years old. Since March 1993 until now, 2014, still working in Singapore. I'm a mechanical engineer living here in Singapore, working at a certain company in Singapore. This blessing disguise, when I applied, sent letter to Singapore, one of the company in Singapore, I sent a letter for application. Then luckily, they accept my application and they give me offer for me a certain job as engineer.
I've been working here for past 5 years, but I migrated here in 2001.
Working as an assistant manager here.
I work in IT industry. Yeah, I came in 2001. I basically came over because my dad migrated, so after a while I came to start studying here.
So I want to upgrade myself. So I came in Singapore.
I stayed because of partly work, partly other opportunity, plus my Singaporean wife. So
I know Singapore is very nice. That's why I eager to work in Singapore. I sent many times application letter to Singapore, but luckily I get a job in Singapore.
Singapore choose because of safety, first thing. Second thing is technically this country is very strong. So it is near to our mother country also. That's why I choose Singapore.
So apart from the obvious that here is nicer and warmer, I think there's a piece around kind of the people. You know, my home country is the UK. I was born in London. I lived in London for several years. It's become too big, too unfriendly. Unlike here, which is still very small, so people are generally more friendly, even if you don't necessarily know them, I think.
Singapore is, the way I observe, Singapore is a peaceful country and one of the cleanest country, and also especially the enforcing the law and order is very good. And also a lot of job also here in Singapore compared to our parent country.
Singapore compared to our country, here technically very strong, one thing. And one more thing is political. And compared to India and Singapore, the political stability is very strong here.
It's never easy travelling miles from home. There are bound to be challenges that one must cope.
Starting, I faced some problems because of skills. because here skills is different, India skills different. I try to upgrade myself in matching to Singapore skills also. Starting is languages, different languages here. That one also I feel like a little bit different difficulty. And after 5-6 months I practice all the working and environments and all. So I feel happy. That's why very long I'm staying here in Singapore. Starting first 2 years I working in employment pass. I cannot bring family here because of financial stability. So after 2 years I receive PR. Once I receive PR, slowly I plan to bring down here families and children to study here and all.
So it's been relatively easy for me because I started traveling here for work, so coming for a week or 2 weeks for a number of years. So you start to get a bit more familiar with the place, you get to know people. And I think that I have a Singaporean wife, so I made an effort to get to know different people from Singaporean society, which I think helped me not have difficulties later on. Right? It was the same thing I did when I moved to Switzerland. I lived there for 10 years. If you make a bit of an effort, I think after that, the local people, wherever country there is, they kind of respond to you, I think.
When I came over, I was still a student back in India. So when I came over, the education system is totally different. So it took me time to actually get used to the education system. So what my dad did was he arranged a tuition for me, and so that's how I managed to understand how Singapore education system is. And within a year, I managed to get used to the education system here, and that's initially the difficulties I faced. After that, not really, but other than that, it's basically our language. We don't have our friends, the friends who speak our language. That's the main initial difficulties we faced.
First 1 year only she faced problem.
Yeah,
after that she every year she got a best student in every subject until O-level.
And also my difficulties last time I encountered is during recession way back 2005, because there was a global recession. Then Singapore is affected also, especially in the petrochemical in the Jurong Island affected during the global recession. So that's why in my part I faced difficulty that one also. That's why at that time I transferred to shipyard job. That's the one thing also I faced difficulty during recession in Singapore.
Some of these foreigners have many challenges. Some of them been to countries and decided to stay in Singapore to earn a living. Some of them came alone, suffered and struggled just for the sake of ensuring a better future and life for their families. It's hard for these foreigners to adapt to Singapore, and although they face many challenges and discrimination, they still call Singapore their home. They have been working here in Singapore for a long time, some without their loved ones, working hard day and night. Thus, Singapore is not only a home for Singaporeans, but also for everyone who is working hard to earn a living here as well.
I think that we will probably be, like most years, down with thousands and thousands of other people at Marina Bay with my wife and my kids, watching the parachutists, the planes, the fireworks and everything. It's busy, but it's a nice buzz down there.
So what I did, I opened my TV, just celebrate there.
I seen one time, I went to one time Kallang Stadium also. How they are celebrating are very happy.
I guess the obvious one is happy birthday and to another 50. I'm happy that I'm younger than Singapore because I won't be 50 next year. But looking forward to, I guess, what's in store for the next 50 years.
Happy birthday, Singapore, and keep growing, and everyone is watching you, so